Feldbush. Ben, are you here? All right.
How we doing today, Evergreeners? Oh, come on, man. How we doing today? Yeah. Let's wake up. How do I do this?
So double click on the tab, and then double click on the hit end, hit pause, hit spacebar to pause it.
All right, so how's everybody doing again? Yeah, okay. So first and foremost, I want to thank Jesus for giving me the resiliency to be able to be here today, to be able to speak in front of you guys. I had to say that first. So I want to talk about Tacoma Community College. TCC was an academic experience that I will never forget. The community support I received from the students, professors, and administration prepared me to be a student at Evergreen State College-Tacoma. They showered me with the support and love while building my academic skills to continue my education at Evergreen State College in Tacoma and start my journey to become a greener. I didn't want this to happen. Evergreen, you know that wall is cool, so I had to take a picture of that. So I wanted to start it off with Vicky. Vicky was my first point of contact for me. She was sweet, inclusive, empathetic, and informative. She told me that becoming a greener is a beautiful experience and that I will cherish the journey in achieving my bachelor's in liberal arts degree. She made the enrollment process smooth and easy. She has been a big part of my academic success at Evergreen, and Vicky did not play around. She made sure I stayed on point with what I needed to do. She either had the answers or knew exactly where to find the answers. Oh, hold on, where am I at? Oh, my bad. Skipped a part. And just so you guys know, before I talk about my professors, I had to give a shout out to all my admin and everybody who plays a key and pivotal role on how Evergreen State College in Tacoma runs. So this is Marla. She's my peoples. Marla made my experience at Evergreen smooth and easy too. She is like an information center. She either had all the answers or knew exactly where to find the answers. Marla made my transitioning periods for me at Evergreen smooth and effective. Thank you, Marla. You know, that's Sarah and Natasha, Susan, and my guy Jason. I just had to show them love, so really that's why I put them up here, because what they do for us students here is very important, and we won't be able to do what we wanted to do if it wasn't for them, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody got to see them because they're a big part also of Evergreen State College in Tacoma. Yeah. All right, this is too much. My neck hurts. But also, before I get to the professors, I want to talk about all of you, the students. Come on now, we are Evergreen. We don't only get our pedagogy from our professors, we get it from each other. By supporting each other and being there for each other when we need to be. Now, I'll tell you right now, some of these classes was hard. And if it wasn't for some of you willing to dumb it down for me, it would have been hard for me to get it. So I appreciate it. Because what I've learned from you is I was able to take from what I learned here and then apply it into my everyday life as being a father, a community member, and going to work. So thank you. Where's she at? I seen her earlier, she disappeared on me. Dr. Shepard, she is my advisor. Dr. Shepard is the mom to my Evergreen State College-Tacoma experience. She not only provided me with the exceptional pedagogy, she also provided me with the structure and making sure that I hold myself accountable to my responsibilities. Watching Dr. Shepard teach is like watching an opera or a play. I feel like the only thing missing is background music for every moment. The drama, the suspense, the action, sadness, excitement, and spiritual, to name a few scenes I experienced watching her teach in the class. The one thing that Dr. Shepard said to me that propelled me to achieve my goals was, you need to be more disciplined. And that's true. I needed to be more disciplined, and I'm glad that she said that because I needed to hear it. I was getting complacent. I was getting tired. I was getting burnt out with work, my kids, life. It was just like I couldn't breathe. It was just constantly weight on my chest, and I was kind of taking steps backwards. And it just took her to say the one thing, you need to be more disciplined. That said so much, that was profound, and it made me really think to the point where my son said he had to show what she meant. So I had to just throw that real quick in there because that's how I felt. He was like, Dad, you're tripping. Me Dragon Ball Z me. Dr. Zaragoza, Dr. Z. Dr. Z is one of the most articulate individuals I've ever met. The way he controls a room with his words makes me think, I do not want to go after that. Next time, go first, Ben. And that's real. I don't like when Dr. Z be spelled like, he didn't let all of us, he needs to let us speak first and then say what you got to say. Because he be killing it. But that's good though, because watching him, I watch his body, with all my professors, how they articulate themselves and how they move, I watch their body language. It's very important also as we go out and we're fighting and we're talking at events, or if we're talking to legislators, how we present ourselves and our body language is also part of that effective communication. So I would encourage all of you while you're in these classes to really pay attention to how our professors are articulating the class assignments that they're teaching us, because it's very important. Because it's not only are we listening and we're taking in the information, it's the whole thing that they're doing. It's the whole process. So that's what helps me a lot, especially when I'm out there advocating for these youth who have nobody to advocate for them. That was okay. I got to catch back where I was. Dr. Z is the professor that haunted my thoughts on what is neoliberalism. I remember I took a class with him and Dr. Shepard, and it was about film, and we looked at the sociology and the politics and the neoliberalism, and he kept talking about neoliberalism. But throughout my time at Evergreen, I just never had a chance to really research it, really think about that. So it was just always, every time I had a thought, Dr. Z, neoliberalism, what is that? What is that? So I did some research and I looked at neoliberalism for dummies. And I'm not going to say the bad part of it, but I'll say the good part of it. It means money talks, and unless you have some to contribute, just shut the, you know what. It means the rich think that America's already great, while millions can't even pay for doctor's visits when they're sick. It means fighting tooth and nail to keep a minimum wage so low that the corporate CEOs can be fired and given hundreds of millions of dollars in severance for the job they did badly. Man, it is, because I work with a lot of the homeless people out here, and I work with a lot of low-income people out here, and I work with a lot of people who have mental health issues. And I don't want to just throw that word mental health. I think sometimes we do that, we just use that word, but we have to look at like PTSD, substance abuse disorder, and so on and so forth. And I think that the reason why we have these issues and why things ain't been done is because those who are running these systems just want the money. And learning about nonprofits, you learn that, you know, they get a lot of money to be able to start these programs, but a lot of times they pay themselves before they even put that money where it needs to be. So this is something I'm going to research even more as I continue in my education. But it was just something that really caught my attention and really stuck with me, because it's a part of everything that we're all dealing with, regardless of what field you're going to or what you're doing with. Money is that thing that it overrides humanity, and that's a problem for me. So to end with Dr. Z, I hope to capture the attention when I speak to large audiences one day, just like you. You're very knowledgeable, you're very smart, and appreciate it. Thank you. Dr. Lee, she's cool, right? Dr. Lee is amazing. I love talking to her and listening to her articulate science. I love science, but science has been one of those topics that my brain will not grasp. I usually play make-believe with my kids to pretend I know what I'm doing when it comes to science. But the class I got to take with Dr. Lee was the rhythms of life. And it talks about the biological clock, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, I've been on my biological clock. I even set an alarm to make sure I wake up before my alarm so I know that my body is working right. Yeah. But it is. Science is very important because it's all about our health, and it plays a big part of everything. We can use science to look at how weather and environments and all these things that are happening with food, or just biologically what happens, especially with the lower income communities who have bad nutrition, who are using products that are killing themselves and their babies. And I'm not a science expert, so I sound like I don't know science, but I will be learning more about science, and I appreciate learning from you and watching you articulate it, and I had fun learning science, especially that biological clock. I'm telling you, that sticks with me. I might even get it tattooed on me one day. But the main reason I took your class is my brother couldn't stop raving about you. Matt Feldbush, man, he pretty much made me take her class. Because he'd be like, man, you better go. Dr. Lee this, Dr. Lee that. She taught me this. Man, you should see all the products in my house. I ain't using this in my house no more because it's killing my babies. Man, you better eat this, Ben. And I was like, all right, I'll take her class. And I'm glad I did. Thank you. I enjoyed every moment, so I appreciate it. Dr. McCreary. I really enjoyed teaching myself to learn about math. For real. And I'm gonna tell you, when I heard about that, I thought that was, just people just talking, like, yeah, whatever. But it is true. It is true. So you know what, Dr. McCreary, you are the nicest, meanest teacher I've ever had. He would make you think this guy has to be messing with me. He would be talking about the class subject, and right before you get to the climax of how do I do my assignment, boom. Exactly, nothing. And I'd be like, what? Okay, I'm going to learn this. But, however, you taught me how to utilize my classmates and resources and how to face my academic insecurities by not being afraid to fail. And that's going back to my classmates and some of you here who helped me with the math part, and math is hard. Math is something where I feel like I'm just sitting at the electric chair just getting shocked every time I'm trying to learn it. However, if we utilize our resources, which is our classmates, and you can hear the subtle hints that Dr. McCreary, he be having like little puzzle pieces. You just got to catch it. He'll be teaching you stuff and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's where I got to go check. But it helps with learning. And one thing we know is that our brain is a muscle, so you have to challenge the brain. And math will challenge your brain. For real. So thank you, Dr. McCreary. I appreciate you. We all remember Dr. And so if I say his name wrong, I apologize, but he was supposed to come up here. Because you know what they say, like, use it or lose it. So since we haven't been using his name a lot, I'm kind of lost the way to pronounce it maybe. But Dr. Speight, is that right? Yeah, that's my guy. He's cool. Dr. Speight, he was like a conductor teacher that needed a microphone because you could not hear anything he was saying. Right? Am I lying? He'd be like, okay, guys, we're going to learn over here. Just two over here and then kick your leg out, come back this way, look back this way, and then this is the rules of 2/3. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right? But he was cool, and he was always smooth, and I appreciate he was one of those professors who would take his time to make sure that you learn what you're learning, and he was really cool. I liked Dr. Speight. Dr. Bacho, where you at? He's the coolest man alive. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like I'm being taught by a campfire every time I'm in his class, smoking a cigar and sipping on some whiskey. He made me see the world as I am the protagonist, society is the antagonist, and who will be my referee. I love listening to him read. I also emulate his reading style when I'm reading to my kids. Dr. Bacho is smooth, for real. And he's another person that's hard to hear too. I just want to let you guys know. Some of you guys, they need microphones, but if you want to learn to be a great writer, especially with literature, even you could even take a literature writing and add it to your argumentative writing, especially when you start in your intro. Dr. Bacho's class is perfect for you. I encourage all of you to take his class. I enjoyed learning from him. It was fun and it was amazing. Dr. Araoga, I didn't take your class, but you know I gotta still recognize you because you are evergreen and you are beautiful and you're amazing. So I just want to say I appreciate you for what you are doing for the students here. Thank you. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. I got you, yo. Yeah, trust. Now, you know that she's leaving us. So I saved you for last because you have been a big part of my life. I'm gonna come over here and sit with you, for real. I'm not even gonna read what I wrote. She is amazing, she is phenomenal, she is exceptional. She is like, so I grew up not ever having like an elderly wisdom figure in my life. And to me, I believe through our elders, we get that culture. That's how you really understand the culture of where you come from. My grandma, she was full Korean, so she just yelled at me and beat me, and I didn't know what was going on. I'll be honest with you guys. I got hit so much, I didn't even know what was going on, but I never understood her. I used to ask my mom, like, does she love me or does she not love me? She was like, I think she loves you. I was like, all right, but she hits me every day. But I never got a chance to really talk to her. I heard my mom talk stories from her, but I never got that in. With Dr. Lahners, not only am I learning, but I get history with it. She tells a story with it. And I always try to record her say new, but it's not what she won't let me do it. Yes. But that's why I love all my professors, and I love you because you've given me so much substance that I'm able to take back. And you gave me culture that I never had. So I appreciate that. That means a lot to me because without culture, to me, it takes away from who you are as an individual or as a person. And for me, I live by love and I live by community and I live by humanity. Regardless of race, creed, religion, I don't care about all that. How are we as people? Because in the end, we all affect each other from family to our children. I mean, it can be the whole dynamics of everything, and that to me is very important. And that's why I just want to let you know I love you because you not only taught me about policies and laws and stuff that I need, especially working with these youth who are always getting in trouble and don't listen. Or I want to be their parent and whoop them back in 1954, but I can't. But it is the historical stories that you told me and just the knowledge and the wisdom that you've given to me. I appreciate it. And I heard about that from my brothers and even my brother Josh, so I just want to say thank you. And you're going to be missed. I'll be coming to Seattle to see you. Illism. You better look up, bro. You know, I told you I was going to show you some love. So Illysm, this is my guy. We just finished off the school year doing our ILCs together. I've known this man for a while. And I don't know if you guys know, but he's a hip-hop genius. And so is his son, a musical genius too. Yeah, don't think I'm going to leave you hanging either. But in my time working with you, I learned a lot, especially learning how to work in a group. We've had our frustrating times, and I'm not talking about against each other, but trying to get our projects done on time. But working together and showing that we can accomplish a goal together. And it wasn't he knows more, I know more. It was as a team. And that's the whole point is like, how do we work as a team? And he became my brother. And I've known him for years, but being here at Evergreen, he became my brother. So I appreciate you, bro. I told you I was going to show you love. I just want all of you who are here who are not greeners get to see what we see and get to see what we get to learn from. And this is an experience. Oh, this is very important. Hold on. I forgot I had to stop it. So these professors, I just want to say I love all of them. And I'm going to get to it real soon because I'm almost done. But I just want to say that because of all of them, the success that I have today and where I am going and knowing where I'm going, I know my purpose statement. I know my mission statement. I know how I'm going to get there. I know my end goal, and I know all my macro goals or my micro goals I'm going to take to get there. But I'm going to tell you right here, this is what helped me. And this is what helped me to see why it's important for us to do what we're doing and building our communities. And it also helped me to see why it's important for me because of our children. I believe personally that we ain't changing nothing until the generations change. And our generations are going to be the ones that change everything. And it's how we teach them and how we raise them, and it's what they see and what they see with us, what we're doing. So just engrave that in, because this is important to me right here. All right, so this is very important to me. My education is not just for me. My education is also for people that I lost. As you guys can see, this is me when I was 20. This guy right here passed away from cancer not too long ago, and this is my brother Mo. He was Native American. He did 7 years in prison, and he was trying to do best for his life. But the reason why I do my work and the reason why I love what I learned here is because I understand the long-term effects of gang culture, and I know what it does to you. And it's been taking a lot of my friends, and already 50 of my friends are gone, and he's the last one to pass away. And it sucks because he don't get to be here to have that chance to change his life around. And I think that's what's important, is that we're not only doing what we're doing for ourselves, but the influences that we're putting onto other people is changing other lives too. Because when people see me, they're like, oh, Ben, you could change. I could change too. I ain't changing, I'm just improving, so you can improve too. So I just wanted to let you guys know that my education is not just for me, it's not just for my friends and my family and my kids, it's for those that are not here no more, and the ones that I love to death that I will never see again. And to my best friend, the guy on the left, Darrell, he's not here no more, and he was murdered back in 2004. And my other best friend over there, Donnie, on the right, he's in Western State because he didn't have the support needed for his recovery. That's why it's very important for what we do, because as we grow, things change. But how do we improve together? And I'm always going to miss these guys, so they're always going to be with me on my journey. That's why you guys see them here too.
Thank you, Evergreen.
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 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Evergreen.
Thank you, Evergreen.
Thank you, Evergreen. Hey, Dad, are you going to say thank you too?
Thank you, Evergreen. I love you guys.